So you were mentioning teaching, writing is, or writing is an exploration of your mind. Yeah, great. Well, is there anything else about wisdom you would like to share that I've not even asked?
Well, if I were to think I was wise, I don't necessarily think that. I think it helps to take some perspective on things you've done in your life and see how it fits with where you're going now.
What do you mean?
Well, some time ago, I took some natural medicine, and it was like a milkshake. First time. The second time I took it, I passed out cold, and just black. I just turned black. And then when I woke up, I was on the floor.
Oh my, so
And
dramatic.
Perfectly normal. Nothing changed. Except I was lying in a puddle of goo.
Uh-huh. After having been out cold, yes.
Yeah. So it's got to be that I don't think death is something that is dangerous. It's
You-
just
You don't
black.
think death is dangerous?
No.
Hmm.
It's just black.
So it's not something to be scared of.
No.
Although I think it's the most human fear we have.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
write about
we-
it, and we tell stories about it,
Mm-hmm.
and we try to avoid it at
Mm-hmm.
all costs,
Mm-hmm.
and yet we still send guys out to war who we know what's going to happen.
Yes. Yes, that's true. We do. We spend a great deal of time wondering about it and fearing it.
And don't change.
But after your experience, you realize it's just black.
Just black.
Well, Bob, can I just ask a question? What about, I have two questions. What about energy that is never destroyed? What happens?
This physical energy,
Yeah, the physical energy of you.
well, it gets dissipated.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Recycled.
Yeah, I think you can think of that.
okay. And what about the enduring myth of heaven?
I think that's a myth.
Mm.
I knew that. I just wanted to hear you say it.
Something we've created.
Really
help us.
To reassure us that life has some meaning,
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Mm-hmm. And to give us a sense that there's perhaps a better place or a different place somewhere else.
Well, I've got a bookcase full of, one side of it full of I have a hard time grabbing proper nouns now. Full of atheist manifesto.
Mm.
And the other side of the bookcase, I've got a big section on Islamic thought
Mm.
and Jewish thought
Mm-hmm.
and Christian thought.
Mm-hmm.
And having surveyed them all, I haven't done much in Buddhism and Hinduism. I'm glad I'm not involved in any of them.
After having read what they all have to say.
Yeah. They're making it up as they go along.
And-
True.
Is I think some people who are atheists are wise. Can you think of anybody specifically who is very eloquent and wise about atheism?
Daniel Dennett and Dawkins and Darwin.
Hmm.
But he made, he didn't have full command, and he was really cowering under the pressure of his society.
Mm-hmm.
So he was afraid to really speak out when he had the solution.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I know you said you didn't necessarily think you were wise, but even after having spent the time with you in this interview, I see the very characteristics in you that you've described. You have a curiosity, the adaptability, I think the humility that you in some ways insinuated, and the knowledge, and even as you describe a bookshelf, the ability to look at all different
All
perspectives and in turn then make decisions in your life. So I'm willing to go on record saying I think you're wiser than you give yourself credit for.
Well, thank you.
Yes. And it's been a pleasure talking with you about this. I appreciate it very much.
Now, if I were to go through this list again, it would be probably entirely different answers.
I know, it's all dependent on when we happen to catch you.
Yeah.
Well, and it's interesting your point about if you were younger, you'd have different answers to these questions. It's after the life experiences that happen.
Well, maybe the adaptability you're talking about is exactly why you would give different answers.
Yes, exactly.